The calls keep coming in, nearly 500 so far, to a hotline set up by the Pennsylvania Attorney General after that grand jury report which detailed how the Catholic Church covered up the sexual abuse of more than 1,000 children by some 300 priests for decades. I sat down with 4 survivors and with the parent of another victim. They are angry, numb, and empowered by the support they've received and by the strength of each other. They are also demanding action.
I would get high before I would have to serve Mass so that I could separate myself from what was about to happen to me. And I was in charge of the altar boys. I got to make the schedule. I would schedule myself so that others didn't have to take it. I did it so that other people didn't have to take it, because I knew I was stronger and I knew I could disconnect.
My abuser used to say Mass in our kitchen.
In your kitchen?
In our kitchen.
Where you grew up?
Yes, in our kitchen. I was abused for 20 years, and you ask how I separated the two? I split. I had one of me that handled the abuse, and the other one was just myself.
Arthur, you're here to speak for your son, who's no longer with us. But you can continue to give him a voice.
What kind of a parent would I be if I didn't continue my struggle and fight for my son? What kind of a person, a man, any human being, would even think about molesting a child, let alone somebody who claims to be a representative of God? And these are the kind of people that the Catholic Church wants to represent them in the community. Spiritual incest, soul murder, that's what I see.
Psychological abuse, emotional abuse.
Physical.
Yeah.
But all of these different abuses that we've gone through, they stay with us. We continually think about it and re-abuse ourselves in silence.
Why do you think this is such a problem in the Catholic Church? It's not just Pennsylvania.
Nope.
It's not just the United States.
I think it's gone on because it was allowed to go on. These guys knew they were going to be covered for. They knew they were going to be moved. They did it because they could.
Is there anything that the Catholic Church could do to regain your trust?
No.
Not today.
Not
today.
No.
No.
Are any of you do you still consider yourselves Catholics?
Oh, I'm Catholic.
No.
No.
I'm not.
I go straight to God.
Well, I'm not look, my grandparents were from Italy. I didn't have a choice. Yeah. So
it's in the DNA.
It's just, right.
Catholicism is in the DNA for some of us.
The Jesus that I learned about in school would not turn his back on children.
Right.
Not once.
Everything they taught is a lie. I mean, there's no other word. There's no other word. So am I Catholic? Yes, I'm Catholic, but do I believe anything? Not anymore.
Would anything feel like justice for any of you at this point?
My day in court.
Yeah.
My day in court. Let me have just what like everybody else is supposed to get. And it's not about money. It's not about the money. I don't care about money. I never did this for money. I want my day in court. I want justice.
There's only one remedy for this, and that's to eliminate the SOL, the statute of limitations, and enact the survivor window. That's the only remedy. Prayers are what got us into this mess.
If you had an audience with the Pope, if you could sit down with him and speak to him face to face, what would you say?
I would say you need to clean up your act. You need to get your church in order. You need to take all of those priests that have been abusing children and put them in jail.
The way I feel now, prayers, penance, fasting, they're all words. I need action.
They're not listening to us. He is not listening to us. So I think if Pope Francis wanted to do something, maybe that would be a good place to start.
I would tell the Pope, make Jesus proud of you and stop protecting the enablers and abusers.
And take these people out of ministry. Make an example out of them.
People ask if I will ever get past this. I say no. There are signs every single day that remind me of my abuse. So no, this is till the end of my life. I will always think about this.
This family's growing, and it's growing fast, and it's going to be an army, and we're not going to stop, and we're going to keep adding to it, and we're going to force the church to change.
And I know this, that you can't buy salvation. You got to earn it.
Sharon Tell and Julianne Bort suffered their abuse in the Allentown Diocese, which sent us this statement calling the abuse devastating and tragic for victims and survivors, and also asking for their forgiveness. The Diocese of Erie and Philadelphia, where the other abuse occurred with the folks that we spoke with, did not respond to CNN's request for comment related to those specific cases.